Hello there, my name is Tracy and I'm guest designing here today for 12 by 12 cardstock shop, and I'd love to show you how I created this adorable under the sea card. But before we do, we'd love it if you'd subscribe to our channel, if you'd hit the like button and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time we upload a video. Let's get started. So here is the card that we're going to be making today, and it has a pop-up surprise inside. And for the card, I have used cardstock from the 12 by 12 cardstock shop in a few different colors, and I'll point those out as we go. So here's our little surprise inside. a little crabby. And yeah, so don't forget that thumbs up, and I will have everything listed in the description box down below. So let's get started on the card. So I do have a craft card base from my stash, and I'm starting out here with the waterfall paper in 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to use that as my water backdrop. Now the fun thing about doing something like this is you're not constrained to the colors of the sea, nor is it difficult to find the colors from the 12 by 12 cardstock shop. And in case you were wondering, I can't remember each color I use by memory. There's no way. So I have a fabulous swatch book for the Encore textured cardstock. Friends, I will get these words out. So here I've got a piece of hazelnut that I've cut down to 5 1/4 and then just ripped so that I could get kind of a sandy texture. Anyway, the swatch book has 100 colors in it, and I can look at it and compare it to my card afterwards and know which colors I used, because otherwise there's no way I'm going to remember, and I'm not going to label all my little scraps and things. So super handy. Plus you can use it to match up, you know, with some of your pattern papers or inks or whatever you happen to be using. So now I'm laying down the, let's see, vanilla ice cream. So it's kind of a yellowy off-white, well, vanilla ice cream colored flavored. We'll get that laid down, and then we'll put our little parts together. And I'll put the lobster together on camera. I will put the crab together off camera. I'm using the exact same colors for both of them. So we're going to start with our lobster here, and we're going to start with our lobster body. And I am gluing down, he is all American red and dark red on top for the claws and parts of the body. This paper die cuts beautifully. Also, I'll be using mandarin orange and swimming pool for the lobster colors. So I don't typically die cut on camera because, friends, I use multiple die cutters, so sometimes I take it over across the room to my Vagabond if it's a big piece. Sometimes I put it in my Mini Empress. Sometimes I put it in my Scout. Just, you know, I have multiple die cutting machines. Let's get you zoomed in so you can see these beautiful colors. So this is the Encore textured cardstock. It is acid-free and archival safe. And it is a featured brand with the 12 by 12 cardstock shop. We'll get his other little claw on, and then we'll get his little antennae. And I happen to love this die. I'm bold and whimsical, so I don't know if there's ever been a lobster that color, but in my case there is. So now I'm just kind of auditioning where I want everything to go on here. The coral is also cut out of the swimming pool, and flamingo, which is a super light pink. So I'll pop my lobster up. I'm just using some foam tape from my stash. Just kind of trim some of that down so that it fits in the little places. I don't want him to go anywhere. So what I really loved about cutting out this cardstock was there were no... have you ever done die cutting and had like fuzzies or hairs or something? I think that's partly the paper, because I did not come across that problem with this paper at all. And I have seen demos where this paper cuts beautifully on a Cricut too. So I don't have a Cricut, I have a Scan and Cut, and I don't typically use it because it's buried under other craft supplies. If you're a crafter, you know what I mean. So here's this little starfish in the flamingo, and we'll lay that down. And then just kind of auditioning my pieces of coral. So the swimming pool again, and the flamingo. I don't know if I've ever seen coral that color, but I don't care. So there's the front of the card. We'll be using some sentiments later. And here's the little crab. And I'll put him together. I guess I am going to put him together on camera. So here's the All-American red again. And I've stuck that down to the dark red. So I've gone a little bit rogue here just to change things up. And then I've got the dark red again on his little shell. And then we've got all these little feet, and we've got this little top part of the shell. These two colors combine so beautifully, the swimming pool and the dark red. I think that's why I decided to use that color, even though it's probably not a color you're going to see on an actual sea creature. But you know what? There's so many creatures in the sea that we probably haven't seen that, let's just say that there are ones these colors. So we'll get the, let's see. My die cuts out several at a time. So we'll get the little claws, little top claws on. We'll get the little elbows or forearms or whatever those are on a crab. Doing those in the mandarin. And then he's got all these little feet. And I'm doing those in the dark red. So that's a little tricky right there. I have to use my little tool. They're small. They're definitely small, but you can see they cut out beautifully. Now let's get these on here straight. And I use my little tweezers to kind of squeeze things together. I'm using a glue. It's a PVA glue. It's kind of a bookbinder's glue, and it's kind of my typical go-to because of the pricing and because it stays wet for just a little bit longer. Not much, but a little bit. Long enough for me to move things around for maybe 20 seconds. Sometimes that's all I need. So what I'm doing here now is I'm going to take just a piece of cardstock here, and this is the same craft cardstock I use for the base, and I'm going to cut that down to 4x1. And then I'm going to score that at the 1-inch line, and I went really, really slow here. I don't know why. I just did. Just to make sure you could see what I was doing, I guess. I'm going to score that every 1 inch. So I'm going to score it at the 1-inch mark, the 2-inch mark, and the 3-inch mark. And I'm going to mount and fold each one of those folds, so that I end up with a little, sort of little box. And I will use my bone folder here to kind of smush it down. Burnish is the proper word, but listen, do we always use proper words? I use whatever pops into my head, friends. I'm an old person. That's it. I don't know if any of you have siblings or cousins, but I can remember my grandmother reciting through everybody's name until she got the right kid. Okay, so here's how we put this together. We fold it in half. And I don't want it smack in the middle. I want it over to the side a little bit. I don't know why, just because. So this is what it's going to look like. So I know I need to glue the bottommost flap down to the bottom of the card. Just that flap right there. So I'll add my liquid glue. You could use tape if you wanted to, but it's risky business unless you are really steady-handed. Because you want to make sure that your card can still close. You don't want to get it too close to the score line of the folded card. And this is going to come up that way. So I'm going to fold this down so it's in half again. I'm just going to add glue to the top portion. You can add as many of these as you like inside of a card, any size you want. This is a fun thing to do just to change up your card a little bit. So now that I've got that glued down, I am going to stick a magnet on there and give that a little bit of time to dry so it doesn't come apart on me, because there's quite a bit of wet glue on there. And then once that's done, we'll finish putting this card together. All right, so I've got a couple more decorative pieces that I've done. I've got my little crab here, and I'm going to glue my crab on right there, and I'm just going to make sure that his feet barely at all touch the bottom, if at all, because I don't want them accidentally getting bent when you fold the card down. I'll just push that down, make sure it's good and stuck down. And then I'm going to add the swimming pool colored coral. And then I've got a red coral. And let me see, is that the dark? That's the All-American red coral. And I just used some of my scraps from what I cut out before. I like to use everything when I can. I'll just overlap that a little bit over the turquoise color, or the swimming pool colored coral. And then we've got a seashell that I cut out, which is the flamingo color. So we kept our color scheme all the same. And then all I have left to do is add my sentiments. Let's get that on there. Could be a little awkward. You could put them on beforehand, but I don't, because I like to, audition things. And so I stamped out I See You, Friend on the vanilla ice cream. And then I cut just a little piece of scrap because I kind of wanted that to look like a sign. So I'm just going to glue it to that so it's a sign, just like so. And I think I'll add just a little bit of edging. So, by the way, this paper takes ink very well, too. And then I'll just glue this sentiment down. And we'll put a little sentiment on the front. Then you can write your personal message inside. So I'm making another little signpost here, and I'm inking it beforehand because that was kind of an afterthought. And then I'll just go ahead and glue my hello there, also stamped out on the vanilla ice cream, with a sort of a turquoisey color ink, and just try and decide where I want to put the sign. I think I want it down a little bit lower. Yeah, I'm going to put it down low. I can trim off the bottom. And this is my thought process. So I'd like to thank the 12x12 Cardstock Shop for inviting me to come and create a video for you guys. And I love, love, love the paper. And again, this is the Encore line of textured cardstock that I've used here. And I have used my little swatch book. So it is called just the Encore Textured Cardstock Swatch Book with 100 colors. It's 80-pound paper, by the way, in case you were wondering. So I'm just adding a little bit of sparkle embellishment to kind of look like bubbles, and that'll finish off the card. I hope you do like this video, and I hope that you're inspired to create and shop at 12x12 Cardstock Shop. All right, there we go. Card is finished with our fun little inside surprise. I would love to get this card, wouldn't you? So I'll have all the paper colors listed down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share with your friends if you're inspired. Here are some still images to finish off the video. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye-bye.